Seth, Meredith, how is the reconciliation going? Have you guys been straight through since we wrapped?
Yes.
Yeah. Going good.
Fantastic.
You're saying it in a way that belies it.
Why would I really openly discuss anything about my marriage with this group right now? Sorry.
Coming up.
Telling a woman of color she's aggressive, it is very dangerous. You don't know because you're not in those shoes.
You're aggressive right now. This is aggressive.
Meredith, there were reports that you had filed for divorce before filming started and then withdrew those petitions. Is that the case?
That is true. Seth had filed for divorce at one point. As I said, we have separated multiple times. We've had a tumultuous marriage.
I've talked to countless couples who have either come together because of this show or have grown apart in front of our cameras. What would you say the effect of going through this was, and what do you think would have happened if you went through it without the show?
I think Seth and I would both agree that the show really did help save our marriage.
Really? Why?
With the show, you have to address things. You can't just sweep things under the rug and keep moving forward, which definitely, on my side, was a big part of the problem.
The level of accountability.
Yeah.
Without question, this show put threads back into our marriage. We were hanging by a thread that was really severed. It's crazy.
Meredith admitted to dating other people when you guys separated. Did you date other people as well?
Not really. I've never gotten over Meredith for many, many years. I was so self-absorbed in my work and trying to be a great dad, and I didn't work on my marriage. So I realized there were a lot of deficiencies in the relationship, mostly my doing.
Wow. Landon from Tacoma, Washington has a hot take. He said, Seth, do you feel that Meredith turned Brooks against you? It felt like her talking to your son about your marriage made him side with his mother.
No, not at all. To know Brooks Marks is to love Brooks Marks. He's the sweetest human being I know.
Diane from Memphis thought that your reconciliation felt very quick. 1 second you're giving each other space, the next you can't stop fawning over each other. Did that timeline seem odd to you, Lisa, or?
Actually, for me, felt like forever. I mean, I can't even watch it without crying. Like, I'll start to cry right now because I love them together. I love them together. And I'm happy they're together. Like, it was stressing me out.
Lisa, like, you always say divorce is no big deal, but like, you're so emotional and you're so invested in our marriage.
I don't say
This is what
divorce
is.
no.
It's a big deal. You're like, my family's divorced, John's divorced. Divorce is no big deal. You just move along, but then you're so emotional. Like, that's what I feel, Lisa. That's why divorce is a big deal to me. I was married, like Meredith is married to Seth.
I'm not discounting your divorce. I've never discounted your divorce. I never judged you for your divorce. I've never thought anything other than like.
It.
No,
it's the word.
I didn't dismiss it. I don't have those kind of conversations with you, Heather. I don't have conversations about your divorce.
Like 10 minutes ago, say divorce is no big deal and move on. We have the highest divorce, you know, like everyone's divorced. And like, I see your emotion. I'm like, why can't you tap into that same emotion when I'm hurting, when I'm struggling, like, and get that, like, I'm not trying to be a victim. I'm just trying to be honest about divorce is devastating to some people. And it's okay to say that and say, guess what? It's hard. It's hard, and you don't just get over it and like find someone new and move on. It's hard, and it would be hard for her.
I think that where I feel sensitive is when things are negatively.
It would be hard for any one of us
directed towards something I love, which is the way I choose to be LDS, and I have a hard time with that.
Okay. Nick L. from New York said, Jen, do you not find it hypocritical that you chastise Meredith about loyalty, but then you discuss her marital issues with everyone behind her back? What's your logic in that?
No, I didn't do it from a place where I was trying to hurt her. Out of respect for Meredith and Seth, I'm not even going to go there because it's a moot point. They're together, so let's not even discuss it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not a moot point. It was a huge part of the show that you kind of...
I know. There was a lot of other stuff that went on, and I feel like I took the brunt and the blame of it. I think a lot of the ladies had a part in it. We all did. I did.
I did
Maybe
not.
Timing
all
of
I
did.
did not. I did not discuss it
No,
with
sorry,
anybody.
not-
I only talked
with
to
you guys.
Meredith about it.
Okay, so there were things that you knew that you discussed with the other ladies that now that they're back together, you feel are moot points?
We all have certain needs.
Yeah.
If you're not getting it from home, you're going to go somewhere else. I just don't feel that it should be discussed now if they're back together.
Sharif, what was your reaction?
I was hurt for my wife because from my perception, I thought she really enjoyed Meredith. She got to know her in a way that was fun. She tells me she's awesome. I really enjoy her. And so for the relationship to just, spiral to this point was hurtful.
I mean, you all were kind of talking about the marriage
All of
behind
them.
it.
We talked about it a lot. I never disclosed any evidence to Whitney out of respect for
Yeah,
Meredith
and for me
Seth,
asking questions, I was just getting to know Meredith, and I was trying to ask her about it, but she didn't want to disclose anything to me, and I should have just respected that and stopped right there.
Yes, I'm sorry, Meredith and Seth. I should have never engaged in any type of conversation.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to all of you. Robert Sr., I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't you worry about it, sis. At all.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Seth and Meredith,
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but you have to understand, I never came from a place of trying to hurt anybody. I've been super hurt, Meredith, with what, just the distance between us. Heather's my best friend. I was talking to her, so I mentioned some stuff to her. I was like, this is weird, but it was not out of to trying to hurt somebody.
I think when you get upset, Jen, I think you're really sorry for it. But you're just a fighter, and you fight with your words. And then you want to take it back. And then by that time, the damage is done. You don't want to burn a bridge with every single person because you're in your fight with Jen.
I just want to apologize and say I'm sorry.
All right. Well, we will leave it there. Sharif, Seth, John, Justin, and Robert Sr., thank you so much for coming out and supporting these amazing women today. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.